Nature is always changing with unimaginable miracles. Only when you witness it with your own eyes through a camera can you see all that wonderfulness. In today's video, we will take you on a journey full of surprises and wonder, called one in a billion moments in nature. Click the register button now so you don't miss any great things. Alarms rang out everywhere, the warning sound like the city's desperate cry for help. Superstorm Gaemi unleashed its fury on China and Taiwan, causing all skyscrapers to be submerged in water. This is the strongest predicted storm in the past 8 years, bringing unprecedented destruction. The scene in the cities was a picture of chaos and destruction. Superstorm Gaemi is truly a terrible nightmare. An unimaginable natural monster. This is the time for the demon Gaemi to show off his unparalleled strength, making everyone surprised and unbelievable. Torrential rain and howling winds were what I witnessed when the fierce storm Gaemi approached Taiwan. Typhoon Gaemi caused massive floods in Daxia District, Kaohsiung, Taiwan, and devastated China's southeast coast. In the Philippines, floods, landslides, and a serious oil spill occurred when the MT Terra Nova sank in Manila Bay with 1.5 million liters of fuel. Look, this crazy storm has turned everything into a mist, and the wind is blowing over 50 meters me. I guess they'll need life jackets and boats if they want to get through this hurricane. Everyone was completely defeated by the wind, like a knockout blow from a boxing champion. The building manager locked the door from the inside to protect us from the storm. As the wind whistled and the rainstorm pounded against the walls, we could only hope that the storm would soon leave Taiwan by the end of the day. When Typhoon Gaemi hit Taiwan, it not only stopped there, but also brought heavy rain and floods to the Philippines. The storm was called Carina PH. The super typhoon not only brought high winds causing violent waves, but also caused a ship to crash and sink off the coast of Taiwan. It also caused floods and landslides across the Philippines, making the situation even worse. The scene of devastation when roads were cut off, their lives were turned upside down. In this situation, cars are no different from reluctant submarines, diving in the middle of the sea. It's best to stay indoors right now. Don't step out if you don't want to become the toy of this crazy storm. Due to Typhoon Gaemi, continuous rainfall flooded a company in Jingyang Town, Fuqing City. Luckily, the rescue team arrived in time to save the situation. Taiwanese people now feel hopeless when everything is submerged in the sea. They are wondering what their lives will be like after this storm. this is the scene recorded in Kaohsiung, Taiwan. Hope everyone is safe. Motorbikes keep floating on the road, causing people to run after them like boats on a flood. "19. If you haven't seen how scary nature is, then watch this video. You will see that nature is not simple at all. When the roads turn into rivers, this is the number one means of standing. In Changsha, capital of Hunan Province, China, the train station was submerged in floodwater due to continuous heavy rains. From 9 to 10 a.m., rainfall reached a record 65.1 mm, breaking the local hourly rainfall record set on June 24th. Heavy rain caused severe flooding, paralyzing transportation, information, and affects the lives of people in the area. Local authorities are implementing emergency measures to respond and minimize damage caused by floods, with the hope of quickly restoring peace to Truong-sa. June 17th saw severe floods in China, leaving many areas of Guangdong province submerged in water. In some places, the water rose up to 5 meters, causing severe flooding, seriously affecting people's lives and damaging infrastructure. These heartbreaking images remind us of human fragility in the face of the unpredictable power of nature. On June 24, 2024, flooding caused the failure and began partial erosion of the Rapidan Dam in Minnesota. This incident has increased the risk of flooding and caused safety concerns for surrounding areas. The government and people are working closely to respond to the situation, trying to protect the community from potential dangers. Some areas in central West New South Wales have been devastated by flooding. Footage from the Rural Fire Service showed water overflowing from Wyangala Dam, rushing through the dam and flooding surrounding areas. These images clearly demonstrate the destructive power of natural disasters, once again affirming the need for emergency protection and response measures. In May 2024, Rio Transborda caused severe flooding, destroying many homes. The spillway and cities in Sul Temporais and Chuvas in Rio Grande do Sul, including Porto Alegre and Canoas, were devastated. On May 11, 2024, floodwaters rose, washing away infrastructure and leaving many areas devastated. These scenes are engraved in people's minds, reminding them of the terrible power of nature. The video captured the scene of Groot Dry, Dam Standerton, releasing powerful floodwater, washing away everything in its path. These dramatic images show the devastating power of natural disasters when floodwaters rise, causing great damage to surrounding areas. A wake-up call about the importance of preparing for and responding to natural disasters. Powerful floods in Kenya have caused chaos and destruction at the Kijabe Dam site. Prolonged heavy rain causes water levels to rise, widespread flooding and damage to many infrastructure. Villages around the dam were flooded. Many families lost their homes and had to evacuate urgently. This devastation left locals heartbroken and worried about the future, but they remained hopeful for post-disaster support and recovery. Floods caused serious landslides on national highways, disrupting traffic and making travel difficult for people. This situation causes much inconvenience and concern to the community as people face potential dangers and delays in daily activities. A reminder of the need for careful preparation and early warning systems to keep everyone safe. Severe flooding occurred in Los Angeles, California, in June. Causing extensive damage to the area. Prolonged heavy rain has flooded many streets, houses, and infrastructure, causing traffic disruption and many people having to evacuate. These tragic images remind us of the need to prepare for and respond to emergency situations. The 2024 San Diego floods offer a powerful and haunting spectacle of nature. A fierce flood rushed over the dam, washing away everything in its path. The unimaginable power of water, combined with human helplessness, creates a picture of beauty, but also of disaster. This is a reminder of our fragility in the face of the majesty and harshness of nature, and of the importance of protecting and respecting the living environment. Forest fires are a clear testament to the greatness and horror of nature. A fierce fire can burn thousands of hectares of forest in just a few hours, turning everything into ash. This destructive power reminds us of the importance of protecting the environment and warns of the dire consequences when nature becomes angry. Amen. Dear God, please help the people and animals who are suffering here. During this difficult time, we pray for everyone's safety and hope that help will come in time, bringing peace and hope. Forest fires not only burn trees, but also reduce soil adhesion, making soil susceptible to landslides when exposed to heavy rain. This is a strong warning about the risk of natural landslides, making pedestrians always worry about their safety when traveling through affected areas. Oh! Unbelievable! Huge mountains fell and dust created a horrifying scene. But fortunately, no one was injured. The horror of nature makes people feel small and helpless before its boundless power. Look. A billowing, violent cloud of dust obscured part of the sky, creating a majestic but dangerous scene. The power and unpredictability of nature reminds us of the importance of protecting the environment and preparing for disasters. The gray sky seemed to signal that a disaster was about to strike. The black clouds rolled as if they wanted to swallow the whole space, creating a feeling of insecurity and anxiety, making everyone's hearts beat faster in anxious anticipation. When the water's fury breaks its banks flooding, oh my God. The river rose, rampaging like a huge monster, roaring and swallowing everything in its path, bringing terrible destruction and fear to everyone. This is just the power of water. You don't even need to say anything. Just looking at that rushing water is enough to feel the power and destruction of nature. The opposite of flooding is the severity of drought. When the rain stops, water sources gradually dry up, causing the lands to become dry and cracked. Drought makes water and food resources scarce, threatening the survival of animals. As water sources dry up and food becomes scarce, many animals are forced to migrate to places with better living conditions to ensure their survival. However, what is unexpected is that nature is extremely magical in another location. A tourist watching the sunset at sea accidentally encountered the sight of fish jumping and dancing on the water surface. This spectacle is not only captivating, but also provides an insight into the magic and amazing adaptability of nature. Landslides and floods combined to violently attack the city of Abidjan, Ivory Coast. Heavy rains have raised water levels, while landslides have destroyed many roads. The lives of the people here seem to be completely disrupted. They were forced to leave their homes to seek safer shelter, a scene full of heartache and tension. The roads in Abidjan suddenly turned into giant swimming pools, turning people into reluctant swimmers. No one wants this to happen when the rolling waves bring with it so many worries and difficulties. The heavy rain turned the Swiss Valley into a vast river. Cars are now just decorations on the side of the road, while small boats have become the kings of transportation. A scene no one can imagine. The Swiss Valley has now lost its inherent peaceful beauty, replaced by rushing floodwaters and mud, creating a landscape like a natural but dangerous water park. People here are facing a great and harsh challenge. The floodwater is like a mischievous troll, dancing freely on familiar streets. It turned the roads into rivers, washing away everything in its path, as if proudly boasting about its achievements. The scene was truly scary and chaotic. No words can describe this scene. A horrifying and haunting disaster for those who witnessed it. The Matterhorn Gotthard Bahn. RE-41's last train promptly left Zermatt before the town was completely isolated by floods and landslides. Rail and road traffic were paralyzed, and the town center was completely flooded. People here are going through difficult and challenging days. The power of nature is truly unbelievable. We can only pray for everyone here to be safe, hoping that all good things will return to them soon. Unfortunately, there is no place for nature to relax at the moment. The wrath of heaven and earth is testing human patience and endurance. The center of Zermatt is currently submerged in water, with streams of water flowing everywhere as if teasing people. This causes people to have a headache trying to find ways to deal with this dangerous prank of nature. Wow, this bridge is truly built extremely solidly and firmly, fully capable of dealing with rushing floodwaters. What a terrible and difficult situation for everyone. In August 2023, southern Switzerland experienced strong thunderstorms. In Biasca, where the Santa Petronilla waterfall is located, rainfall exceeded 250 millimeters in just 24 hours. Perhaps even the waterfall had to cry out, "Stop it! I can't hold it anymore." Oh, I have never seen a water bridge as beautiful and impressive as this. I think they should throw a big party and thank God for protecting them through this tribulation. Blessings and gratitude should be shared and celebrated. In contrast to natural disasters, let's roam to Switzerland, a place with such beautiful scenery that you will think you are lost in paradise. Take a look at these beautiful sights. Do you want to pick up your backpack and run here right away? Switzerland is truly the ideal destination for those who love to explore and enjoy natural beauty. Do you want to travel here with your family and enjoy? Skiing in Switzerland is truly a different and unique experience. Come here and feel the difference directly and vividly. Normally, snow brings gentle beauty and is a symbol of love. But when a snowstorm falls, it brings out the powerful and majestic beauty of nature. This strength makes us admire and respect the magic of heaven and earth even more. Can you imagine the feeling when you open the door in the morning after a deep sleep, and the first thing that greets you is a terrible blizzard, white across the sky? A beautiful, but also terrifying scene. Snowstorm in Sakhalin, Russia has made everyone paralyzed. No one could leave the house. Cars were covered in snow, and house doors were blocked by a thick strip of snow. What an unforgiving winter with great challenges. Dense snow, nearly 2 feet thick, covered the ground. People are searching for their cars like they're looking for keys in a giant pile of snow. A difficult, but no less interesting task. Chinese people are struggling with unusual weather phenomena, causing heavy snowfall to cover the entire region. The harsh conditions have led to school closures, flight cancellations, and suspension of public transport services. A life turned upside down and full of challenges. If one morning you wake up and discover your car is frozen in snow and don't know how to handle it, learn from this guy's smart way. These tips can help you save time and effort. If he doesn't deal with this pile of snow quickly, he'll be late for work. "Hurry up, man," he said to himself, trying and laughing at the same time. The sky in Serbia seemed to collapse when a storm and hail as big as oranges swept through. White rain creates a vivid winter picture. Unexpected weather developments make people panic and worry. The hailstones melted, forming small streams that crept across the ground. An amazing scene that few people have the opportunity to witness directly. The hailstones fell as fast as bullets. It is best to stay indoors at this time to ensure safety. Nature at this time is no different from a fierce war. When we see cars with broken windows due to hail, we can truly feel the terrible destructive power of these stones. I wonder how the owners of those cars are feeling when witnessing this scene. Hail is accompanied by heavy clouds and high winds, strong enough to create dangerous, winding tornadoes. It's like a giant dragon trying to suck up everything. Not even the roof can escape. Tornadoes and lightning appeared on the highway. This scene was recorded on camera. It's awe-inspiring to see the power of nature through these images. A bolt of lightning flashed. The videographer needed real courage to record this powerful scene. It was truly an astonishing and haunting moment. God is really angry. The fury of nature seems to be a strong reminder of the smallness and fragility of humans before the boundless power of heaven and earth. In China, sandstorms are not uncommon. But this storm is truly the peak of bad, strong winds, and thick dust have completely turned people's lives upside down. It was truly hell on earth when Mount Etna erupted strongly, covering the city of Sicily, Italy. This incident seriously affected flights, causing Catania Airport to temporarily suspend all operations. A scene full of horror and helplessness. The volcanic dust makes me feel extremely uncomfortable. I will run as fast as I can to take precautions before the volcano erupts again. Safety is always the top priority in dangerous situations like this. It is dangerous to be too close to an erupting volcano, especially if it is a terrible and powerful volcano. Someone please give this man a medal for his courage and filming talent. What a miracle of Almighty God! The magic and majesty of nature always makes us wonder and respect. Lava poured out like hot steel just pulled out of the furnace, glowing red and hot. The temperature of magma usually ranges from 900 to 1200 degrees Celsius and can even reach 1400 degrees Celsius, creating a dazzling but also dangerous scene. This is a spectacular confrontation between two forces of nature, hot lava with temperatures up to 1000 degrees and cold ice. Who do you think will win this fight? I'll call this an iceberg eruption. An interesting combination between the intense heat of volcanoes and the coldness of snow and ice. It was not the heat of the volcano, but from the terrible forest fire. Fortunately, the fire brigade promptly used a plane to extinguish the fire. Firefighting aircraft with a huge amount of water are launching powerful water to extinguish a large fire in California. An uncompromising battle between humans and nature. A huge and dangerous forest fire broke out in Vidauban. More than 600 hectares of land have been burned, and hundreds of firefighters are trying to control the blaze. Evacuations are ongoing, leaving many families stranded on the heights of Saint-Tropez. May the Almighty protect His servant in this time of danger. The night sky suddenly turned red. It looked so scary. A strange and haunting scene that makes people tremble in fear before the power of nature. The herd of antelopes were galloping at breakneck speed, hastily looking for a safe haven before the sudden danger. A dramatic and tense race for survival. Let's leave the heat and get lost in the world of melting ice, where the dazzling, icy beauty attracts the eye in every detail. Shiny fragments like crystal float on the water. Colors ranging from gentle to bold create a mysterious picture of nature. I felt like I was lost in the world of the Ice Queen. Wow, it's beautiful and magical. A magical scene that makes us unable to take our eyes off. Floating ice on Xinkai Lake in Heilongjiang looks like cool, smooth, and attractive pieces of vanilla ice cream. Don't be too happy. This beauty does not bring any benefits. It is just an amazing natural spectacle, but also full of challenges for humans. The ice blocks in Tin Kai Lake are as transparent as crystal, sparkling in the sunlight. So beautiful, like lavender among emeralds, a beauty that cannot be described in words. It is such a blessing to admire these beautiful scenes. We can only be amazed and admire the magic of nature. Look, air bubbles are like precious gems imprisoned in a giant iceberg, creating a beautiful and enchanting picture. A natural wonder that few people can witness with their own eyes. Do you believe there are waterfalls in Antarctica? This may sound absurd, but it's true. A unique and rare natural phenomenon that we can only see in the coldest place on Earth. This is the world's largest icebreaker, a giant machine that can penetrate the thickest ice as if facing a giant tofu. Its power is truly amazing. It's breathtaking. The beautiful and majestic scenes of nature make us unable to take our eyes off. Wow. I just said wow because it's so beautiful. Welcome to the Aurora Ice Museum, which is made from over 1,000 tons of ice and snow. If you love this place, please comment number 1 to know you also like the feeling of freezing cold and the magical beauty of snow and ice. Melting ice increases the risk of avalanches. Amidst the majestic scenery of the mountains, the avalanche appeared like a fierce giant, sliding down like a super racing car, but made of snow. Looking at it makes me want to scream, "Run quickly!" A dramatic and tense scene. In contrast to the danger of avalanches are the endless green grasslands of the steppe, giving the feeling of being in dairy paradise. Nature around us still has a lot of beauty waiting for us. Please stay healthy to travel and discover those wonderful things. Wow, let's see the underwater world through this escalator. It's like you're going to the supermarket, but instead of aisles, you'll see colorful sea creatures swimming around you. Oh, this octopus with adorable ears is called Dumbo. When I looked at those ears, I immediately thought of Dumbo, the elephant in Walt Disney's famous animated film. Who would have thought that an octopus could be this adorable? When going deep into the ocean, be careful if you see this strange light. With its grotesque and mysterious appearance, this creature becomes the true master of darkness, like a shining star in an underwater horror movie theater. A scene that is both fascinating and scary. In contrast to the ferocious look of that fish, this salamander is adorable, right? Look, it looks like it's smiling at me. It was an interesting and surprising moment to see underwater creatures able to express such emotions. Wow. Looking at the way this seahorse gives birth, I can imagine the sound "phew, phew" coming from its belly. What an impressive and beautiful biological display. Look, a giant alligator is walking around a golf course in Florida. Who would have thought that playing golf could lead to meeting special uninvited guests like this? An experience that is both thrilling and humorous. Wow. Horseshoe Falls in Niagara is breathtaking. Standing in front of the waterfall, you will be overwhelmed by the power and majestic beauty of nature, as if you were standing in front of a super epic water performance personally staged by Mother Nature. Can you believe it? There is an ancient house located in the middle of a lake in Tianjiang, Namhai, China. I think with just a little renovation, I can live here, becoming a unique person in the wild, an ideal place to enjoy peace and quiet. Look, this monkey is laughing at me for the joke I just made. Hey man, don't kid me. Seeing him smile made me laugh too, like watching a free comedy show in nature. Surely these ducks have graduated from a professional rowing class. If you find them adorable, please comment number 1. Lovely moments like these really make life a lot more interesting. Do you want to come here? Positano, a picturesque town in Italy, built on a cliff, looks like a beautiful painting with blue sky and white clouds. Wow, this place is truly an ideal paradise for couples in love. Standing here, I just want to sing the song On the Peak of Love and enjoy romantic moments with my loved one. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any interesting content. Get ready for the next exciting thing. At a beautiful beach, tourists accidentally encountered a rare natural phenomenon that seemed to only exist in movies: a waterspout. Looking at this scene, I thought I was watching a dramatic action scene from a Hollywood movie. A waterspout is formed by the collision of wind currents with opposing directions, creating a powerful vortex that sucks seawater upward. Looking at this scene, I just want to hide under the blanket and hope that no one will call me out. The strength and fierceness of nature sometimes makes us just want to find a safe place to hide. On May 7th, 2016, the small town of Wreak in Colorado was hit by a tornado at 1:30 p.m. with winds up to 200 km/h. The deep blue sky suddenly turned black, the wind howled, and dust flew. It is true that nature is testing humans fiercely. Oh my God! The tornado was like a giant monster moving into a residential area. Seeing it makes me want to scream, "Run!" From June 12 to 14, China endured 2 super strong tornadoes. Buildings were damaged, streets were strewn with debris, and trees were downed. The government had to mobilize all resources to clean up and protect people. A harsh challenge, but also shows human resilience. Referring to China, besides violent natural phenomena, such as the terrifying Ray tornado, people also remember captivating beautiful scenes, typically Phoenix ancient town. This place brings a strange feeling of peace and serenity, like an antidote after a tornado. Do you want to go to such a peaceful place to experience it? Click the like button if you want to participate in that experience like me. Who doesn't want to relax and enjoy peaceful moments after fleeing a tornado? If Phuong Hoang ancient town attracts tourists with its rows of ancient houses close together along the riverbank, small winding roads, and peaceful atmosphere, then the North Pole attracts tourists with its giant icebergs. Giant. One side is the relaxation and tranquility of classic features. The other side is adventure amidst wild nature. What will you choose? Arctic icebergs, also known as icebergs, are giant blocks of ice that break off from glaciers and float in the Arctic Ocean. So magical. They are like silent guardians of the Arctic ecosystem, standing guard and protecting the pristine beauty of this place. Oh, we just want to take some ice to put in the refrigerator. Who would have thought that he would have to face a giant ice mountain? The majesty of nature truly makes us surprised and admired. Due to climate change, Arctic ice caps are melting at an alarming rate. They are melting faster than ice cream on a hot summer day. a worrying phenomenon that we need to pay attention to and take action to protect the environment. It's as if nature is playing a quiz, tsunami but no rush. The icebergs move slowly but powerfully, as if challenging humans with their mysteries. Oh, moves slowly but its power is boundless. The 2-meter-high seawalls also became fragile before the raging ice waves, like a giant monster crushing everything in its path. Have you heard about ice eggs? They appear when eligible and are only available on Haloto Island, Finland. Chicken eggs are normal. Ice eggs are truly unique and strange. Although strange, ice eggs have nothing to do with aliens or magic, so you don't need to worry about alien invasion. They are just one of the magical phenomena that nature brings. During volcanic eruptions, in addition to smoke and dust, people also see magical flashes of lightning, like watching a horror movie but much more vivid and realistic. Thunder in volcanoes is a unique phenomenon, making the eruption scene more magical and majestic, like a free fireworks display from nature. An inspiring and stimulating experience for those who love to explore nature.